Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna video you inside working.
And working. Okay.
What are you gonna do today, Gaga?
Well, I am going to finish rewiring my car. Okay?
Why is it broken?
It's not broken, it just needs to be rewired. And what are you going to be doing?
I'm gonna be videoing you.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is this your race car?
Yes.
Where are the stripes?
Where's the what?
Stripes.
I don't have stripes on. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Yeah, there's supposed to be a part 3 coming out. Like with any other projects that you start, you have very good intentions to get it done in a certain time frame. And I was hoping to have this thing done this week, but take a look. Yeah, it's not going to happen. I'm probably still looking about another week's worth of work just right here. So, won't be probably a part 4. In this part 3, basically I'll try to go over the power panel, what it looks like, what I've done to it, how to make it removable from the car. And trust me, I'm glad I made it removable, because in doing this, I had that board power panel out of the car no less than 3 times already. Just because some of the mistakes I have done, didn't route the wire correctly. No matter how much time you take to, draw the schematic out, it seems like you're going to mess something up, and I did. So, and you really don't find out until you start putting all the switches on and trying to figure out, flip a switch, expect a fan, the fuel pump comes on. Or I had one switch, I think it was, I flipped it and the line lock came on. Go figure. So anyway, that's just some of the mistakes that happens. But rest assured, now I know where everything is routed at. So when we get this thing all back in and together, I know exactly how it's laid out. The schematic's going to reflect that. So with that, let's go ahead and get on with the video for part 3. There will be a part 4. So with that, let's get started. Just like my other videos, I'm going to piece this stuff together the best I can. And part 4, you will definitely see the finished product. I'm hoping to have that done by the end of next week. If not, it'll be out the following Sunday, and I'll throw another video out there for next Sunday. So anyway, with that, let's go ahead and get started with the video. Okay, I don't know if this is right, wrong. I really won't know until I start putting this down, but I'm going to kind of lay it like this. I kind of want my relays across the top. Then fuses kind of here in the middle, and these guys here on the ends is where the output of the relay will go out and the input from the switch will come in. So I have to have a switch coming in, activates the relay, puts power to the source. So like my fuel pump, I have a fuel pump switch coming in here, activates the relay, and so forth. So basically output, input, all the way down this. So this is where my switchers will come in for that process. Fuses, this is where the power will go through the relay. So basically down here, power comes in from the battery, goes through a fuse. This goes into the pin 30, which is where it distributes from. This will be the red wire. Then output goes through the relay, and this is what goes out. So all that's protected. Grounds will be across the top here. I got plenty of grounds, pretty much do all the relays for here. Ground lugs here, power here, and I think I got more lugs coming in for the power and ground. So as it comes up from the battery, it'll be a big cable coming here, then over here will connect to here. Same way with the ground lug up here. I'll have a ground coming from here down to the chassis of the car. So that should be suffice. This is a power. There's no ground over here. So now if I do need more grounds, which I don't think I will, there's plenty of grounds up here. I think that's a, you know, we can always put another terminal strip and tie it to ground or something like that. So this is a lot cleaner looking than I had before. If you didn't see the picture, I posted in the video what it looked like before. But yeah, I think it should be a cleaner look, and it should work a lot better. So anyway, wish me luck. I'm going to go ahead and get these things drilled, mounted up. Then from there, it's a matter of getting all the wires stripped, connected over here, and make everything look pretty, I guess. So here we go. Okay, it's all mounted. It's not gonna fall off now. So the next thing is start getting the wiring where I need it to go. So I got a lot of splicing to do, connectors. I got a lot of routing of wires to do. So this is gonna take some time, but if I do it slow, make it look good, I think it should come out pretty good. So wish me luck. Okay, just want to give you a kind of an update. I've been busy working, getting things connected and extending the wires and all that stuff. But yeah, I think it's going to be okay. I mean, where wires can't get to a certain point, I just extend it, you know. These are all soldered and all stuff that they're, so they're not going to come apart, any of that stuff. So yeah, I think it's going to work out fine. Just got a lot of soldering to do, some extending to do over here as well. So yeah, this is very time consuming. I mean, hindsight, sometimes maybe I should have got a relay where you just plug it in, comes off a main board, then it, you know, from there it gets wired in. I don't know. Just want to try this, see how this works out. Kind of pleased with it. This is fairly inexpensive to do. Time consuming, yes. Inexpensive, yes, as well. So so I guess if you don't want to do this way, you can get one of those plug-in modules for the relays, and output of that plugs into whatever. So I don't know. We're going to try this and see how it looks, and I think I'm going to be pleased with it. So anyway, more soldering, more wiring to do. Next shot, hopefully you'll see a bunch of these wires already extended and in their location. So make it look nice and neat, and should come out pretty nice. So with that, I'm in my day. I think this is day 3 or 4. I can't remember. Anyway. Okay. I do not know exactly what day it is. How many days I actually been working on this. This may be day 4 or 5 or something like that. You know, it doesn't really matter what number of days it is. All I know, it's still in January. We still have plenty of time for race season. But this is actually why I have got done completed so far. Okay. I pretty much got all my circuitry, almost all the relays filled out. I got 3 more to get done and get those wired up. And look at my schematic there, you know. Had to make some modification to it already. I will be modifying that schematic. And video 3, I will have that posted out, okay. But there are some rules and stipulations. You got to watch video 3 in order to get that, and some other things you're going to have to do. But anyway, I thought it'd be a cool thing to have and to show everybody. Anyway, with that, let's go ahead and get completed with this and get this completed. Once we get this completed, then this will be almost ready to be tested and put in the car. Yes, I'm going to test a few things just to make sure things are working properly, but I can either probably wait to do that in a car or do that. So there's some connectors I still have to put on here for the outputs where you plug stuff in. So with that, let's go ahead and get this board all done and start working on some more connectors for some of my gauge clusters. I think I got one more in here to complete out. I think no, that one's done. I think it's this one here. Got that one to complete, and I still got to get this gauge cluster completed as well. In fact, this one has to get recut because I actually need 5 switches here. Thought I needed 4, I actually need 5. So guess what? Need to cut a new one of these out. So no problem. Got another piece of plastic, and I'll get all that cut out here shortly. So anyway, let's just get started. We'll complete this first. Work on getting the thing cut out and finish that gauge cluster up. then guess what? You can be very close getting ready to get it put back in the car. So with that, let's get started. Okay, guess what? I don't know if you can see that or not, but this board is pretty much done right now. I got all the relays in position, got them all connected to the fuses and out to the outputs of it as well. So most of the relays are going to have an output. That's the where it's going to go out to the device. So if you have a headlight or a fan or anything like that, that's where it's going to go out. So then also has a input, which is basically your switch. So when you toggle your switch, it flips the relay and sends power out to that device. So that's the reason why on relays, typically you'll have I call it an in and an out, basically an input output. So input is like your, the switch, and output is obviously what comes out of the relay. So all those are set up. All the relays are fuse protected. So I will have fuses on all the relays. So make sure I protect the device, like the water pump, fuel pump, whatever. So everything's going to be fused. What's nice about these fuse holders, they actually have lights on them. And that shows that the lights are on. Basically, we got power, the lights off. That's where the fuse is popped at. So it's a good little feature on these fuse holders and stuff. So as you can tell, I am splitting my voltage up. I do have 16 volts and I do have 12 volts. Okay. And like I said in earlier my videos, earlier in the video, that the 12 volts is mainly going to go to my lights. That's my gauge lights, headlights, tail lights, any of that stuff. Any of my lights, interior lights, that's going to be my 12 volt circuit. Everything else is 16 volts. So anyway, so I'm basically divided up. A lot of people probably just want to run a 16 volts across. That's a good, that's a good thing as well. I decided to break up my voltage a little bit. So anyway, so the next step, what we're going to do is to come off all these connectors and stuff, and I'm going to build plugs for where we'll plug it in. So I'm going to have a little plug out here and plug it in. Those are those weather pack connectors I'm going to make for each of these connectors and stuff. So I just had to determine how many pins or how big the connector for each of these connections, if I want to do a 4 here or a 6 here or whatever. So I still got to decide how I'm going to wire or what type of connectors I'm going to set up over here. So anyway, but with that, I'm pretty much done with this board. All I have to do next is kind of update my schematic, make sure I'm keeping this up to date to match what's on this board here. So I've made quite a few changes to it. I made some more documentation of where things are laid out. So basically I need to update my schematic. And once I get my schematic updated, that schematic is going to match the board 100%. So I'll know where everything is at. So anyway, so right now I'm done with that and on to the next project or next step. Basically, I think it is connectors. So here we go. Okay, as you can see, everything's pretty much been gutted out. The dash has been all removed. So my next step is I'm actually going to start placing the wires where they need to go to. Some of the wires will need to go up into here and into a connector, then over here to the connector, where it gets plugged into the power board and all that good stuff. So I'm trying to pre-place the wires in the car. So when I put the dash in, all I really have to do is start making connectors, start plugging stuff in. So yeah, I'm still a good week away of getting all this completed. I'm not too sure if I'm going to have everything done in part 3 of everything connected up and all that stuff, but I'll sure as heck try to get it done in part 3. So if it's not done in this video, rest assured I will have a final update on another video saying, hey, it's all completed, it's all wired, and I will tell you if I ran into any problems based on the design I put into it. So hopefully not. But anyway, at least that's where I'm at that. So this is a time-consuming project. It's something you want to take your time with and plus get it done right. So anyway, with that, let's go ahead and get started back into the shop room and get that power panel board completed and see if we can make some headway on that part. Okay, going to kind of give you a good update on my power board. I think in part 2, I did show you a picture of this in there. And guess what? It has changed, I bet, 2 or 3 more times since then. Not as much as the board itself, but how I have it actually wired and all that stuff. and I also updated the layout of the power panel board. I actually labeled what type of connectors I need coming out of the power board, and also I updated the schematic as well. Like I said, at the end of the video, that part 3 video, I will be showing these at the very end, so you can stop the video, take a look at it. If you want me to send it to you, just leave your email down in the comment section. I'll be more than happy to email you the schematic. So, but anyway, with that, yeah, we're making some good progress on this. So hopefully, I'll have all this completed today. And then the next step is, of course, you get this thing wired up, put it in the car. Then the next step is actually getting all this mess here connected to the board. So been a lot of thoughts and planning of what type of connectors to use where, how to interconnect these between here and there, whatever. So there's a lot of thought process going in on that. So a lot of stuff you don't see on the video. I have been doing a lot of diagram flow of where everything needs to be routed at. So anyway, with that, let's go ahead and get completed with this, and hopefully get it in the car. So here we go. Well, yep, it's about all I can get done out of part 3 right now. So with part 4, hopefully you'll see it all together and running. Also, I should update the schematics as well, because it's changed quite a bit. Like I said, that panel's been out of the car no less than 3 times. Hopefully it won't be out at all. So hopefully I got all the issues resolved, which I think I did, because everything tested out just fine. So with that, this is the end of part 3. On to part 4, and trust me, that will be the final video of this project. So with that, please hit the subscribe button. If you do like what you see, hit that thumbs up. And if you've got any comments about this project, go ahead and leave them down here. So anything with that, with that, I'm out of here.